Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So ultimately, the market structure has, Bitcoin sitting at about like roughly 29.5K. I think that we could hold this level pretty strongly. I was still expecting that 27.7K zone to be tested, but it looks like we are actually building up some nice higher lows. We're going to see if the structure actually kind of holds, and if we do see that test at 27.27K, it will be interesting to see the price, impulses after that. I think that everybody's still expecting the same thing, which is, a bear market, recession, etc. But I just believe that we have one last major wave before, of course, the ultimate bear market is here. But I do want to talk to you guys about, the number 5 asset, BNB. We just seen a major announcement around this. Now, this is actually going to play into the idea that, first off, you should not be holding your, assets on exchanges. If you are hodling long term, and if you have been hodling long term, what are you doing holding your, assets on exchanges? I always tell you guys to make sure to get your assets off of these exchanges. They are not safe exchanges. Even the tier 1 exchanges, like for example, we look at Binance, FTX, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin, etc. Like these are tier 1 exchanges. And you need to get your money off of these, because guess what? You do not own those assets if they are on these exchanges. It's basically their property if you think about it. And that is what brings me to my first agenda here, which is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance, is now being investigated by the SEC over the BNB token. The plot thickens. And it's funny because this is the same exact reason why XRP was targeted as well. According to Business, the SEC is investigating whether BNB was a security when sold in 2017, a token that is now the world's 5th biggest. This is significant because this is also the same reason why XRP was mainly targeted. I want you guys to understand that when we talk about things happening around this current market, we should be eyeing BNB and watching this closely because BNB is the number 5 token with a market capitalization of $46 billion. We know exactly what happened to the market structure once Luna started to crash and burn. Same with UST because that was a massive amount of market cap really kind of disintegrated from the market. Now, of course, we also are watching Tether closely as well because, we could still see Tether basically depeg. It still hasn't held its $1 peg, similar to like USDC, for an example. So, again, we are watching these tokens closely, but I want you guys to understand that if you want to get your assets off of an exchange, I personally utilize Ledger. I've always utilized Ledger. I tell you guys about how I utilize Ledger all the time. Yes, I do have an affiliate link with them, but I'm not sponsored by them or partnered with them in any way at all. I just have an affiliate link where I earn some money off of any sort of individual buying it. So if you guys do want to utilize my affiliate link and support the channel, but also again, hold your assets in cold storage away from hackers and exchanges in general, then you guys could go utilize my personal link. If you don't want to utilize my personal link, that's totally fine. You can go to ledger.com. Do not buy from any third parties as they are tampered with. But I tell you guys that, listen, a Ledger is the safest place to hold your assets. Now, let's talk about a few things. So first off, the Ethereum founders, were very threatened by Ripple. Their words and tweets give it away. The crypto market has been rigged in favor of Bitcoin and Ethereum because XRP works. We keep exposing until, level playing field. Listen to the Ripple couch surfer. Now, this is from Digital Asset Investor. Shout out to Digital Asset Investor. But this actually plays perfectly into what we have been watching, right now around this lawsuit.
And I definitely appreciate the work Coinbase was doing. I very much appreciate the work in the case that the rumor was true of Coinbase refusing the, I believe, offer from Ripple to pay $1 million to get listed on Coinbase.
And basically, he's talking about how Ripple went to Coinbase to list XRP, and it was $1 million valuation that they basically just turned down and, kind of said, no, we're not going to do it. And it's pretty interesting that, you would be cheering this on, and I get it, like, you're basically a competitor if you actually look at it like that. But in my opinion, I don't believe that, you should be, openly saying like, hey, yeah, I think that it's great that Ripple basically got denied their XRP listing on Coinbase. I think that that's interesting, and it definitely does prove the point that, like, listen, Ethereum founders are, threatened by, Ripple. I think that they are scared of XRP as a token because we know XRP was trailing behind Bitcoin, and it did, surpass Ethereum in market capitalization. Just think about that, right? Ethereum hit $500 billion in market capitalization at its all-time highs, and XRP at one point in time, and for a little bit of time actually, was ahead of Ethereum in market capitalization. So just think about where XRP would have been in terms of market cap, if we would have stayed within that, number 2 range, and there was no SEC lawsuit. It really kind of opens the doors to thought on, like, hey, why was XRP actually targeted? Now, we also do see over here, I never cared about nor followed Ripple much, but their complete dishonesty about the XRP issue is baffling and insulting. Their lies are going to turn me from indifferent to an active enemy of the project/company. And this is from a Bitcoin maxi, by the way. This goes back to 2018, and we do see a lot of people talking about this, like, wow, talk about a misinformed idiot. What are you talking about? Spewing hate, with nothing backing it up. And again, a lot of individuals were responding to this just recently because, a few individuals were quoting it, talking about it as well. And I think that it really kind of plays into the idea that, like, these maxis are so scared of Ripple and XRP to the point where they continue to spew hate and just kind of, target Ripple and XRP as almost like, being a centralized, token, or it's this, it's that. And it really kind of just shows their true colors, and it really kind of shows exactly where they are within this market. And this is also solidifying our position in holding XRP as well. It really kind of shows you that, listen, this does work. This is a very innovative project, and it does have the power to basically, usurp, Ethereum dominance from this market. And again, I do look forward to that day where XRP does have regulatory clarity and we can get back on the road again. Now, talking about, regulatory clarity, we actually do see from Senator Loomis, as a former state treasurer, I am excited by the possibilities of incorporating digital assets into the American financial system. The legislation that, Senator Gillibrand and I are proposing will do just that. Now, of course, again, we do see down here, if it's only for Bitcoin to further your own investment, keep it. If it's for a level playing field where the market decides who wins and loses, that's welcome. And we're going to actually be talking about this tweet here shortly. So I also want to bring up this reminder. Tomorrow, basically today, June 7th at 3 p.m. EST, you will be able to listen to the Ripple versus SEC case regarding Hinman's June 2018 speech internal documents. You guys can call these numbers and you can basically join in and listen in. I think that you should all be jumping in here. I think that this is significant. I think that when we talk about this, Hinman's speech, I think that this is probably going to be one of the most groundbreaking, major announcements in this case that we have heard in a very, very long time. This is a very important date. I would say that this is probably one of the most important dates so far. So with this in mind, we move on to this. So here is what we are talking about in regards to this bill that Senator Loomis is talking about. We do see here the timing of the release of the Loomis draft bill and the conference in the Ripple matter tomorrow. This Ripple matter, basically, this is basically what he's talking about, is propitious. Surely the highlighted, or propitious, sorry. Surely the highlighted part of the definition of digital asset applies to XRP, like in so many countries, and not the term security. And we do see over here digital asset. The term digital asset means a natively electronic asset. Basically, blah blah blah. It's basically telling you exactly what a digital asset is. But we do see down here includes virtual currency and payment stablecoins, and may comprise other financial assets such as ancillary assets and securities. This is significant. But we do see over here, surely the highlighted part of the definition of digital asset applies to XRP, like in so many countries, and not the term security. And I do believe that, this basically is that sort of way of kind of looking at it. But if we are looking at this from a Bitcoin Maxis bill perspective, this could be pretty, hurtful to XRP as well, continuously, like we've had seen in the past as well, when we do see a lot of these Bitcoin maxis talk about Bitcoin and XRP in the same room. Now, of course, we did see from Jungle Inc. here as well, saying the bill makes it clear the coins are commodities, but requires the issuers to publicly disclose important information to investors. No lockups, no crazy requirements, only transparency. Gary Gensler, get this thing passed. And of course, he is quoting his original tweet saying, attached is the latest version of the Senate crypto bill. I encourage people to actually read it before they assume it's some, a Bitcoin maxi bill or bad for political reasons. If passed, is holy moly. Yeah. I don't think that this is just going to be centric on Bitcoin. I think that it's going to be, with everything. I think that everything is basically going to be included in this bill. I think that when we talk about these digital assets in general, I think XRP will most likely be included. But it is interesting that this is coming from a Bitcoin maxi, and for anybody who is, kind of confused on that statement, here we have a video from Senator Loomis basically talking about Bitcoin. We know that she has invested in Bitcoin before as well. And we do see her. She doesn't sound like a Bitcoin maxi. She is one. Nothing scarier than a person in power pushing their own objective with untruths. Watch out for the Bitcoin bill from Senator Loomis, which claims to bring clarity to the entire digital asset space. Again, like I said, I do believe that this will usher in regulatory clarity. I think that we don't even need to really kind of worry too much about a settlement. I think that we could possibly very well see a settlement from the Hinman speech documents. It could be interesting. We're definitely going to be paying attention to that. But when we talk about something like this and what she's saying here, it kind of does go against exactly what, we've been trying to tell people for the longest time about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Lightning Network. So listen closely.
Pitfalls will be to overregulate and to not leave space for innovation. Caitlin Long mentioned the Lightning Network. Right now, you can use Bitcoin as a means of payment. But a year ago, before the Lightning Network was fully lit up, you couldn't. I mean, that's how fast this innovation is occurring. This young guy named Jack Mallers with Strike just executed a deal with Amazon, so you can.
I don't know why the video is skipping so much, but basically she's talking about how the Bitcoin Lightning Network works, and then by the end of this video, basically we have an individual from CNBC actually trying to experiment with the Bitcoin Lightning Network, and it failed twice in a row on him. And it really kind of just proves that, listen, Bitcoin and the Bitcoin network, or Lightning Network, sorry, just do not work as payment means. I've shared with you guys my thoughts on this in terms of financial tools. We don't look at Bitcoin as being utilized for payments. It's just not efficient enough. It works great for being a speculative store of value, but that's basically it. I'm tired of people trying to push Bitcoin in a way of like saying it's some revolutionizing, payment network or payment technology. It's not. The Lightning Network itself is a centralized entity network that was ushered in to give Bitcoin some sort of utility, but every Bitcoin maxi in this market that has always spewed the idea of decentralization and centralization around XRP and targeting XRP for being centralized fails to recognize that the Lightning Network is probably one of the most centralized utility cases to date within crypto. And it's comical that we're still continuously seeing that being pushed. Now let's talk about the monumental breakdown that will happen if we do see a settlement arise from this possible meeting or this possible bill coming out. And shout out to the Bearable Bull here, but he's basically saying lawsuit ends, XRP gets relisted, XLS20 and NFTs, Liquidity Hub, CBDCs, on-demand liquidity, private ledger, hooks, federated, sidechains, Codius, Flare Network, trust lines, 3 seconds and less than, 1 cent, Ripple IPOs, XRP reaches new all-time highs. What did I miss? And there's so much to look forward to. I talked to you guys about NFTs on the XRP ledger. It's massively bullish. We talk about so many use cases happening around XRP. I do think that this lawsuit, this settlement as well, is going to revolutionize this entire space and push XRP to new heights. I honestly think that this SEC lawsuit is going to backfire greatly on those individuals that wanted to usher in this lawsuit to begin with. And I think it's going to fail ultimately from their perspective. And it's actually going to be a massive catalyst event that pushes XRP to new heights and most likely above Ethereum in market cap. I want you guys to realize right now where we currently are in terms of this pivotal moment in time for XRP. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.